What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. One of my favorite creators in this space. I did a reaction not too long ago, so let us do another one. This one is called How Long Do Women Test For? Do Women Consciously Test Men? And I think a lot of people that are fans of myself and Chris know the answer to this one. So anyway, let's get to it. Let's go.
I get asked a lot is how long
I always forget to do this.
do women test for? And so a question I get asked a lot is,
I don't know why it's sped up that much. That is wild. Hold on, let me test this out here.
how long do women test for? And are women always testing? Do they know when they're testing? And I can tell you that how long women test for is eternity. As long as they are alive, they will continue to test you. As for the other question, do they know that they're testing you? Sometimes. So a question I get asked a lot is, how long do women test for? And are women always testing? Do they know when they're testing? And I can tell you that how long women test for is, so a question.
Okay, so this should be the right speed. I don't know why it was so sped up. Anyway, let's go.
Question I get asked a lot is, how long do women test for? And are women always testing? Do they know when they're testing? And I can tell you that how long women test for is eternity. As long as they are alive, they will continue to test you. As for the other question, do they know that they're testing you? Sometimes they know. But women are also programmed to test you subconsciously. So even if something is not a test, it will very quickly turn into a test based on how you handle the situation. Now, women do set up tests on purpose. They do that. Men don't really do that because if a woman's beautiful and we're attracted to her, we just take her at face value and we accept her. But women don't do that. They are constantly probing you for weakness. They are constantly probing a man for strength.
They want to know that they're with the best man, a man that can protect her. So she will constantly test you to make sure that you are that strong man over time. And of course, she obviously wants to make sure that she has kids with a strong man, especially emotionally strong. If you are, that's why women will just randomly pull away from you. They'll pull away just to see how you act. Say things are going good for a couple of months, right? Usually you'll see one of your first real tests about, between 3 to 6 months in. Usually. I've seen it go after that. Sometimes it's earlier, but generally speaking, 3 to 6 months. And this is when she'll pull away and she just won't respond to your texts as fast, that kind of stuff. So you guys have to be, again, in the last reaction video I did to his, you guys have to remain the same. You cannot be swayed by her tests.
And why do women test? It's because they want to know if you're emotionally strong, if you're stable, if you're centered, if you're reliable, and if you're the opposite of that, which is emotionally weak, emotionally needy, unreliable, then they will pull away from you. If you have too much feminine energy as well, being too relationship focused, being too unpredictable, being too chaotic with your emotions, being too weak, and not having any ambition or drive or purpose.
And that's why I talk about this kind of stuff on my channel all the time, about focusing on your individual energy, focusing on your cash, right? Focusing on your purpose. When you get your money right, you can live a much more abundant, free life. When you get your cash right, for example, I remember a lot of people don't really like to hear this, and I don't know why, but when you get your cash right, it literally buys you freedom to do whatever you want to do. And that's why I came up with Money School. But literally, the idea is, and that also primes a woman's interest a lot more, because she's like, okay, this guy is capable of doing things other men are not capable of doing. Right? So when you step outside that mold, you are much more attractive. You're more rare. You're harder to come by. So women are going to find you more attractive when you do have money. That's why women are so attracted to money, right? They're attracted to, yes, of course, what the money can buy. Sure, of course. But they're also attracted to the man behind it, because that man can procure resources, and that hits that biological thing that they're looking for, right? That strong man who can get things done and who can procure resources so that they don't have to starve in the winter. You know what I mean? So it goes back to biologically driven reasons too.
They will get turned off. Understand that women want to be with emotionally strong men. Not about being strong, having a load of muscles, going to the gym. A lot of those guys, very strong on the outside, very weak on the inside, and very insecure. So
I've done coaching calls with tons of guys that are jacked, 6'4", 6'5", ripped to the bone, and weak as fuck emotionally. So I've seen it all.
Women are going to test you. They're going to probe. They're going to look for weaknesses. So once a woman finds your weak spot, she's going to stick the knife in and she is going to expose your weakness until she can find no more weaknesses in you, right? If you can shore up your weaknesses, if you can build up your defenses against women, so you're not affected by anything that they say, anything that they do, you're willing to walk away when they disrespect you, because women will disrespect you on purpose to test you. I see situations where women go out with guys and they're on their phone and they're constantly messaging someone else, or they're taking phone calls in the presence of another man, or they're being rude and direct to the guy and telling him what to do. Go order me this. I want that. Pay for that. Anytime a woman is disrespectful or she's not giving you her full attention, you are going to have to pull her into line, because if you don't do that, she won't respect you. And then when she sees that you don't pull her into line, you fail a test. If she's on her phone, just say to her, look, hey, I'm with you. I'd appreciate it if you put your phone away and we can just talk. If you don't want to do that, I'm happy to leave. And if you show that you can mean that, and she keeps looking at her phone and you just walk away from the table, she will respect you.
And guys, don't do this in an emotional manner. Don't yell, don't trip, don't lose your shit. Say it in a very calm and collected manner, like he just did right there. Practice doing it too, because when you practice doing it, you will subconsciously remember what it felt like to be practicing it, right? So if you go to the mirror right now and you practice saying it just like that, you're going to go, it's kind of like you subconsciously and consciously go back to a moment in time that you were practicing doing that. That's why they say practice makes perfect, right? You got to fail forward and just keep trying. But in this case, you got to just practice it, in my opinion. And you'll get your mind, used to saying that kind of stuff. And then you'll be able to do it on the spot, without fumbling, without worrying again. And you can't be worried about what she's going to say or do.
And she'll be calling you up and she'll be saying, hey, come back, I'm sorry. Or where are you? I'll come and see you. Because women want to know that you have strict boundaries in place. That's the only way that they're ever going to respect you. Now, women are always going to test you. It's going to last forever. Don't expect the test to stop, even if you've been in a 2-month relationship, a 6-month relationship, you're married for 5 years or 10 years. It doesn't matter. Women are always going to bring the tests in. And I would also say this, if her behavior comes out of nowhere, something strange happens, she starts acting strange for no particular reason, or she pulls away, or she gets withdrawn for no reason. You haven't done anything wrong. There's nothing to speak of that you can think where she has a reason to pull away from you, or be distant towards you, or be rude towards you. It's most likely a test. If the behavior comes out of nowhere and it's unpredictable, it's most likely a test which she's conscious of doing.
One thing I will say is, when you are in a relationship long term, because I see this as well, just from personal experience, you are going to notice that the tests are actually not as difficult, or the disrespect is less. And it's hard to come up with an example right now, but the tests are easier to pass most of the time when she's really in love with you. So again, they never stop testing, but there are going to be points where she's convinced you are who you are in terms of that strong, centered, calm man, but she still wants to test. It's biologically driven, in my opinion, because of all of the, generations of turmoil and bad shit that's happened. She wants to make sure that the man that she's with is strong. So don't worry too much. Don't get too down about it, because as she trusts you more and she trusts your masculine core more, she'll test you, but it won't be that difficult. It won't be something that is too deep it won't cross the line too often. And you can easily recover from it if you do fail. Try not to fail tests, because the higher her attraction level is, the more, the longer it takes, the more mistakes you can make. So you want to make sure that I just want you guys to know that, so you guys have some idea of what to expect when you get into a relationship with a girl who really, really digs you.
Now, if you want to know how to pass a woman's test with ease, I highly recommend it.
So if you guys want to book a call with him, develofattraction.com, absolutely recommend it. And if you want to book a call with me, it's everything you need to know is in the description box down below. If you want to join Better Man Project or Money School to improve yourselves, definitely do that. Hit the description box down below. You will see my email. And of course, join the free Discord. The free Discord, I'm in there sometimes, and all the students are in there, and we all talk, chat amongst each other, and we hang out sometimes. So You guys can talk about your relationship issues, attraction issues, and all that. And again, I highly recommend you work on yourself during this shitty time if you're going through a breakup right now, or maybe you're trying to get into a new relationship. Might as well hang out with some guys who know what the fuck they're talking about. Done.